HealthShare is a product that we introduced a few years ago to support medical record exchange. Today, it is the smallest of our products in terms of revenue. So the fact that its license revenue grew by 140% last year, it seems like a big percentage, but it was on a small basis. Nevertheless, we're very pleased with the additional customers that we won for HealthShare, because we see HealthShare as a strategically important product for much of what government is trying to achieve in healthcare all around the world. The need to not just have electronic medical records, but to be able to share those between different institutions in a secure, reliable, auditable fashion with individual consent managed and tracked. That's what HealthShare offers. And we're seeing significant interest and activity in that kind of solution. One of the interesting customers that we won in 2010 was in New York State, the department that manages mental health and mental health institutions. That was already using Vista, which is a popular health information system available on Cache in the United States. And they bought HealthShare so that they could exchange information to other agencies, departments of public health, to federal agencies, but also to be able to exchange portions of medical records within their own department to other applications. Finally, I'd like to talk about some of the significant activities with TrackCare, which, as most of you know, is our EMR product. TrackCare also had substantial revenue growth last year, more than doubling its license sales. And we were fortunate enough to win many new national projects for TrackCare. One of the most interesting of those was in Scotland, where the Department of Health decided to replace their existing HIS vendor for most of the hospitals with TrackCare. Not only did they want to make that replacement, but they also wanted to do that on a very aggressive time schedule. For health purposes, Scotland is divided up into about 10 different regions or boards. And they wanted to begin the rollout of TrackCare to these boards within 1 year. Given the amount of customization, given the amount of data migration, given the amount of integration, given the amount of customer training that had to take place, this was a very aggressive schedule. And for InterSystems as a company, this was a new frontier. We have focused in the past on supporting you as application partners. So this was a new activity for us, working on the service side to support the deployment of a healthcare solution. The extremely aggressive schedule that was set forth, we have met. We deployed the very first health board within 10 months of signing the contract. The second board followed about 2 months after that. The third one went live in March, and the fourth one actually went live 2 weeks ago. So we're on a very fast schedule to make this successful. One of the other interesting things about this from InterSystems' point of view is that the National Health Service in Scotland, having acquired TrackCare, decided to buy Ensemble as its nationwide platform for all healthcare integration between TrackCare and other services, in support of existing other applications, in support of brand new services that they're rolling out. We're very pleased with this because this is part of our strategic agenda for TrackCare and for HealthShare. We believe as we sell TrackCare, as we sell HealthShare, as people become aware of the power of our technology, they will buy more of our core technology. They will buy more Ensemble. They will purchase more Cachet. And that means opportunities, ultimately, for you and the applications based on Cachet and Ensemble. Okay, that's an update on our business. Let me change now and talk a little bit about the trends that we see influencing applications today and what that means for us and for us in service of you as you build new applications and service new types of users. When we first introduced Cachet, and when many of you started creating applications, the focus was very simple. It was to take existing processes and build an IT solution to support them. By and large, much of that has been achieved today. There are very few processes of 10, 15 years ago that don't have IT solutions, where the core transactions now have some database-based application driving them. As you know, for the past 5 or 6 years, we've been talking a lot about the next step within that, the next evolution, which is to connect these disparate processes together, make services based on those available across organizations and between people. And we think there's a next step that's coming into play. And that really is about going beyond simply connecting things and giving people a different way of interacting with existing applications, but more importantly, giving them access to information, not just data, not just processes, giving them access to information, and from that deriving knowledge and allowing them to act in different ways and thereby control their businesses, affect their businesses in different ways. And that leads me to the whole topic of today's talk, which is about breakthrough applications. We think the world is changing, and the world is changing, as Yomatsu-san explained earlier, because of some trends that are moving through the industry. These are important elements to understand. And we think that there are 3 such pillars that form the basis for deciding what kind of application development to focus on, how to build a better application, and how to win a new class of customers.